This is Amud Yomi, Gemara Berachos, Daf, Mem Aleph, Amud Beis, Baruch Hashem, finally back up to date. I apologize the past few days we fell behind. We're picking it up on the bottom of Mem Aleph, Amud Aleph, and we're in the middle of discussing the pasuk of the Zayin Minim, Eretz, Chitos, Eira, Geffen, etc. Which the Gemara suggested that Rav Yirmiyah held that pasuk was quoted in that order. Why? Because it teaches a kedima within the Zayin Minim. That even within the Zayin Minim, there's a kedima, which one comes first? But sadly, Gemara that argues with Rav Chanan, someone might know this did more notably for the Gemara in Sukkah as well, that Rav Chanan teaches us that the reason why the Zayin Minim are listed in the pasuk is not for kedima, but rather it's to teach us din of shiurin. What does that mean? Says the Gemara, chita. Again, Mem Aleph Amud Aleph, we are about 10 lines from the bottom that the Gemara says, Kol HaPusik Kulan Shiurin Nemra Chita Ditinan Hanichnas. First word line is Hanichnas. Hane, and these are going to be a bunch of sidebar random dinim, but that the Shiurim are learned out from the pasuk, as we'll see in a moment. Hanichnas, the base of Anuga, if someone enters into a house that has saras, V'kelev al kseifav, and he's holding his utensils, V'sandalav v'tabata biyadav, he's not wearing his clothing, he's holding his clothing, he's holding his shoes, he's holding his ring, not wearing them. The halacha is, the moment he walks into the house that has saras, they are all tamei right away. But if he's wearing his clothing, and his shoe is in his feet, and his ring is on his finger, who tamei miyad, he is tamei right away. But they, the garments, the shoes, the rings, etc., are only tamei when? Till he waits the amount of time to eat a very classical measurement in halacha, which is literally kedei, the amount of time achila to eat pras, a half a loaf of bread. Pas chitin, and that's why we have to know wheat bread, v'lo pas sayur, not barley. Mesa v'eichel b'lifta, and reclining and eating with relish. So the word chita is necessary in the pasuk to teach us the amount of time you have to wait in the house to come tamei saras is the amount of time to eat a half a loaf of bread of chita. Next, sa'ira is barley. The Tanam learned in the Mishnah, if there's a bone, a human bone fragment, the size of a sa'ira, the size of a barley kernel, then that piece of bone is metam maga b'masa, but lifting and touching. V'ena metam b'ayil was no tomas oil. Geffen, what does the pasuk use the word geffen for? They review say, and then also the amount of wine that a nazir is not allowed to drink biblically. Te'ena fake yigoris Shabbos, the amount of the size you're not allowed to carry biblically on Shabbos is a dried fig. Rimon, a pomegranate, kedan kokli balabatim, any utensil of a homeowner, shiurim bekizayis, when they have a hole, when they're broken, the size of a pomegranate, then they are no longer tamei, as shivrei kelim, broken kelim, lose their status of toma. We move over to Amud Beis on the top line, says the Gemara, Eretz zeis shemen, a land of olive oil. Amar Rav Yisi, Rav Chanina, Eretz kol shirek zaitim, that all shiurim are kizaitim, like olives. Says the Gemara, kol shiurim sakadaitach. What do you mean? We just listed a bunch of shiurim. We listed chita, we listed sa'ira, we listed geffen. So how you telling me kol shiurim are zayis? Says the Gemara, no, you're right. Eretz shiroiv shiurel kizaitim. Tavash, honey, kiksayv zegasbi yom kippurim, the size of a large date, of date honey that one is chayav for eating on Yom Kippur. Ve'edach. So according to the other man, Amr, that says that this pasuk is not used for shiurim, but rather this pasuk is used for kedima in Berachos. How do we know all the shiurim? Honey, shiurim behedia miksivi. You know what they tell you? Where do you see the shiurim in the pasuk? Pasuk just says chita, and now you have a whole shtickle to teach me. It means a half a loaf of bread, the amount of time you wait in the house to be tamei saras. So the pasuk doesn't say that. Elamidar habanan. Must be the whole thing is in their abanan. So what's the cross? Therefore, I can tell you the same thing. But really, the pasuk is teaching me kedima in Berachos. Continues the Gemara of Chisda Rav Nuna v'Yasi b'Sudas. So they were saying, "Yadam yalaisi l'kamayo tamer v'rimayni." They brought dates and pomegranate. Shakal Rav Nuna b'rachatam ribereisha. Rav Nuna went for the dates. I'm the Rav Chisda. L'shir lamar l'adam Rav Yisi Tamer Rav Yitzchak call booked the pasuk. Why are you having the timarim first? It's whatever's muktam in the pasuk. And if you look back at the pasuk, what does the pasuk live first? First, the pasuk lists rimain. First, the pasuk lists, one more time. What did he take? He took the timarim. So says the Gemara, first the pasuk lists Remain, and then it lists Tamarim. Now, where's Tamarim in the pasuk? This is a little bit confusing. Devash, as we just said, honey, that is Tamarim, as it stayed honey. So Tamarim is number 5. Devash, which is Te'inim, which is what he ate, is number 7. So really comes 5, comes before 7. Amar Le Rav Amnun responds, Sheni la'eretz, chamishi la'eretz, because the pasuk says eretz chitos ayra v'gefen atein of riman, eretz zeit shemen udavash. So the fact that the pasuk repeats the word eretz again shows me that the word riman is how far away from the original eretz. It's chitos ayra gefen teina. Riman, it's the 5th from eretz, whereas davash is only 3 from eretz, and therefore that's the reason why Rav Amnuna went for the te'inim, for the dates first. Amar lei, Rav Chisda responded, Man yavlan nigra de parzel and ashminei. What would we have? Feet of steel. We could follow and always watch you as everything you do is perfect and excellent. We wish we were able to fully be meshamesh and follow your ways. Continues the Gemara, Itmar. We're at the 2 dots in the middle of Memalu of Amid Beis. Have you named Teinim Anavim B'Teichas Uda? They bring figs or grapes during the meal. Amar Una, Tu'unin Bracha Lefnehem, Ve'ein Tu'unin Bracha Lachreim. And here we get involved in the fascinating sugya of brachas on desserts. We just gave all share on this on Sunday. Anyone who's zeichet to hear, says the Gemara, middle of the meal, they serve some grapes, some figs. Yummy! What is the bracha? You make a bracha lefnehem, but not la'achreim. V'chinim Rav Nachman. Tuna bracha lefnehem, v'in tuna bracha la'achreim. But Rav Sheish is amar, tuna bracha bein lefnehem, bein la'achreim. Interesting shita, even a bracha achreina. She'ein l'chad davar, says Rav Sheish is like cloud. She'tan bracha lefanav, v'ein ta'an bracha la'achreim. Ella! Pas abba bekistin vil vas. Rav Sheshes argues, but says Gemara pleaded Rav Chida Marachia. Pas by teres kol mine Michael. Rav Chia says no. Bread potters everything, even fruits. V'yayin poiter kol mine mashkin, all beverages. So we have a brewing machlekes over here, whether fruits are necessary to have a bracha during a suda, whether they're pottered up by the bread. Says the Gemara, so what is halach? And this is the halacha. This was the whole shir of desserts is predicated on this precise line. It's not just desserts, it's appetizers, it's any non-meal foods, as we'll see right now. Says the Papa, so what is halach? Foods that come as part of the meal during the meal. Ein tu'unim bracha lo l'fnei v'lachrei. But which is usually the definition of a dessert, of candy, of popcorn, of chips, of fruit. It's not machmas suda, just something nice, something gishmak, something sweet. Then tunin brach lefneim, tunin brach lachreim, la'achar suda. If it's mamish after the meal, whatever that means, is a big shayla. Halacha tunin brach bein lefneim, bein lachreim. We don't really have the mitzias of that, as we always eat bread until the final moment. And we wrap up today's share with one more brisa. Shalu es ben zayma. Mimnema amru in the very bottom of the alpha. Veiz varma ba machla suda b'secha suda into the bracha lo name lachrei. What's the reason we have to make a bracha? Amru ben zayma says, Hayalu pas by tartam, like we just said that the bread patters them yochi naim naftiv to bras. Says Gemara 1 second. So then bread should also patter up wine. Answers the Gemara famously says Ben Zayma as we move over to Membeis Amaral Shiny Yayin. The Goyrim bracha le'atzoi, wine always has its own bracha due to the chashivos of wine, and therefore even if you make a moitzi, you still have to make a hagafen on your wine. We'll pick it up from Rav Hun on the top of Membeis Amaral for the next year. B'siyata Dishmaya.